Yeah, you already know it's your boy Joe back at it again, man. CodingPhase.com. Listen, your boy is back. I done did it again. Alright, guys. We're going to talk about the front end, right? So, this is a full stack framework, right? This is a full stack framework, and you're going to have everything that comes with the full stack. Everything from the front end to the back end to databases. Alright, so right now we're going to get into the front end part. So, we're going to have CSS, SAS, and also some Webpack already set up for you, so you could use ES6 and React and any other framework that you might want to use. All right, so pretty much you're going to make sure you have the latest version. So you're going to go to rocky.codingphase.com. Cool. So it's gonna bring you directly to the documentation here. Right now the current version is 1.0. Right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna click getting started. You're gonna click here, download the project. Now I'm showing this because some of you guys might have started this project when it was 1.0, which is pretty much the same thing. Everything is the same. I'm just teaching you guys how to keep everything updated. Just whenever you create a new project or you do a new tutorial, make sure you download the latest version, right? So you click there, download, or you do git clone. All right, okay guys, so let's get back to it. Cool. So let's say an example, you want to use some CSS, right? Let's say you want to use something like, let's make this a little bit smaller. You want to make the background red. You could go and do something like this. Let's start the server. After you start the server, then you're going to come to the other window of your terminal. If you haven't opened up another window, you click new tab, right? Open up another terminal, right? So inside of your Rocky project, you're going to do something like this. Yarn, run, watch. What this is going to do is going to open up a browser sync window, right? So what this is going to do is whenever you do a change with CSS, SAS, right, or with JavaScript, ES6, whatever framework you want to use, right? Whenever you do a change, it's gonna show up on the page. So let's say an example, I want this page to go red. See, automatically change to red. All right, now let's say I wanted to change over here. I want to change the component. Let's say I want to make this 1.7. Now this is going to compile. Once it's done, it refreshes the page. You see, 1.7. Down to you guys. What the hell is going on, right? Basically, what we're doing is we have a gulp file, which is down here. Gulp file, right? And basically gulp is just like this automation script, right? It's like it does certain tasks that you give it. So right now what I have is my default task. So the default is styles, Webpack, and browser sync. Okay, now we have here the task. Each task on the gulp file is right here. Now we basically say, okay, for styles, we want to say any file inside of the assets/SAS, any file inside any folder inside of there that ends with a .scss, we want to take those files, compress it, put auto prefixes, and then once it's done, we want to actually put it in the public folder for CSS. All right. Now, for the JavaScript, Webpack is a whole different story, right? Let's say you have multiple components or you have multiple files. What you want to do is the first file, you put it here, you say, okay, first component or whatever you want to name it, whatever's inside of your assets folder. You could put in whatever order that you want, in any location of any folder that you want to put it in, so long as it's inside the JS folder, right? So I have two examples here. I have the first component, which is this page, and then I have a regular component, which all it has is just a console log. Welcome to the Rocky Stack, right? Now, let's say you want to import. You want to import both files, right? This right here is the output, right? So this is what's gonna come out as the name for the file. So when it gets output, it's gonna say, okay, regular JS.js. That's gonna be the name of it. And then here is the importing file. So this is the location of the file that we're actually importing. So as you can see, we having assets, JS, regular JS. So that gets basically imported. It runs through Webpack. Webpack does its magic, and then it spits it back out for, you know, here JS components, and then here all the files are here. And then we also have this, which is a vendor. So like, let's say an example, you want to use something like Redux or React, and you do an import. You say, okay, import React, or import component from React, or import React DOM from React DOM, right? We could say, hey, this is a vendor. This is like a library that we're using, and multiple components and multiple files might be able to use it. So like, let's say even jQuery, right? Let's say we imported jQuery, right? Instead of us having to import it in every JavaScript file, we basically say, okay, let's just import it in the vendors. So now jQuery goes into the vendor. So now it doesn't get put inside of every file that we're actually outputting from Webpack. So that's the simplest way to explain it. You know, if you don't know that much about Webpack and ES6, it's fine, guys. Look online. You know, there's a course that I have there from Stephen Grider, or look on YouTube and, you know, figure it out. Right now, I can only teach you the framework. So yeah, you're gonna learn a lot from the whole tutorial, but I can't teach you ES6 in one video. You know, it's gonna be too much. But yeah, okay. Now, like I said, the files get, you know, exported to either CSS or exported to components. So now, as you can see here in the views, pages, homepage, I'm actually importing it, and basically I always have to put the vendor on top, and then from there all the other components or the JavaScript files under it. So basically, since we're depending on this file, like let's say we're depending on Redux or React, we have to put it on top, and then from there we put the JavaScript, our custom code, under it. All right, that's simple. But what's cool about this is, even though everything is already built for you, it's like right now you guys could come here, download this, and automatically, you know, hit the ground running. You don't have to worry about setting all these things up. You don't have to worry about, you know, building a Webpack script or building a Gulp script. It's like everything is already set up for you. All you have to worry about is just to code and create your website, create your web application. And that's the idea behind this. You know, it just to make life easier. You know, think of this like Bootstrap. You know, for you guys that love using Bootstrap, and you know, it's like, think of it like Bootstrap. It's already a whole bunch of things are already built for you. Even though you might not understand everything right now, as you continue to code and you continue to make applications, you will understand every single part of it. All right, cool. So yeah, so like I said, you know, at any moment you could come in here and say, hey, make this, you know, red, automatically changes in the background, you know, make this purple. I don't know, whatever you decide to do, you know, and automatically it's gonna be there. Now remember, you must do this first. Remember this. You must run the server, right? Yarn run server, right? And then after it's running, then from there you say yarn run watch, and it's gonna compile everything, and it's gonna open up a new window for, you know, live reloading. Now, of course, sometimes you don't care about live reload. You don't care about that. You don't care about having to compile every single file out there. You just want to do the CSS, right? So you could just say, okay, yarn run Sass, and then all is gonna run just that script, just that task for Sass. Or you could say yarn run JS for JavaScript, you know, and then Webpack is gonna run by itself. That's it. Instead of doing the whole task of, you know, the styles, the JavaScript, and then the live reloading. There's like, sometimes you want to do this real quick. You like, okay, as your application gets bigger, this compiling time takes longer. So sometimes you might say, hey, all I want to do is just worry about the CSS. All the React components are fine. Let's just worry about the CSS. Then that's how I created that script for you. All right, guys. Let me see. What else do we have in this, man? Like, let's go into the package. I show you guys server. I show you bundle. I show you production. I showed you what else? Watch. I show you Sass. I show you JavaScript. Test, that's gonna come in later on. You don't have to worry about that for now. But yeah, man. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys actually think about this. Is it gonna be helpful for you guys or not? I mean, I think for me, if I would have found this, you know, 2-3 years ago, I would have been making all my websites on this, you know, straight up. Hey guys, so you already know, it's your boy Joe back at it again, man. CodingPhase.com. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video, man. And yeah, man, let's do this. Listen, guys, make sure you go to the, you know, the Rocky Stack. Check this out. If you like this video, you like what I'm doing with the Rocky Stack, come to github.com/codingphase.com/Rocky, or, you know, you go through my rocky.codingphase.com. You know, come here, give it a star, you know, and definitely show some love, man. I do this for you guys. And yeah, and by the way, man, if you're looking to become a web developer and you want to learn all this stuff, and there's things that you don't know, like ES6, there's things that you don't know about React, guys, I have it on my description, the courses that made me into a developer, the courses that got me to where I needed to be, the courses that got me that moolah, you know. So guys, I do this for you guys, man. Make sure you show some love, and you already know, it's your boy Joe back at it again. Bow.